No, I think it's happening because if you look at TV debates today, they're not one-sided anymore like it was 2 years ago. There are multiple views coming up, and TV producers and the hosts also are now coming around that there are multiple views because they're losing the leadership. Every time they criticize something and take one side view, growing intolerance, people throw stones at them and they're losing the leadership. Because Twitter is there, social media is there. The key, what is the key? The key is for all the people who believe in one views to stand up and say and propagate the views and put content and stand up and fight the battle. Now it's very cheap to fight the battle. At least you couldn't fight the battle because you wrote an article in response to somebody, they will not publish it. Now put it on Twitter, put it on Facebook, hundreds of people will see it. Publish it. Don't be abusive. Be rational, data, and publish it. And very soon, if more and more comes, you will warn everybody else. The tide has turned. And society is much more open. So the control for the mind. You see, in India, from the time of Nurul Hasan till today, our institutions in social sciences have been filled with leftists. Because if you're not a leftist, you never got a job for many years. So you drove away the right. I mean, there has to be a balance between the left and the right. History is all something called subaltern studies. Subaltern studies, right? I'm learning these terms. It also means in a particular way of telling you what you are, and they've taken control of your mind. So it's not an open mind. Why? Because the space has been located. Swaraja magazine. It's fantastic. We're all investors. They're having a point of view. We need more like that. And people will invest. You start new things, you get people like a Jerry Rao or somebody like that, or Rajiv will start a portal, or Balaji. You can fund it. Right, Balaji? After you exit. So now, you need to do all that. The content is important. I think many people should write, and all of you should start writing about views and following it will take shape.
So just to give you an example of what he said, just to give you an example of the power of social media, I was attacked last June, and they made a petition to ban my books. They told the publishers that withdraw his books, ban his books. So really they were trying to prevent this book from coming out because I had announced it in the Thailand conference, created a big anger against the other people, and they wanted to prevent me from having my book out. So they got a lot of signatures, and they got a lot of articles in the newspaper. So we had no response available to us in the newspaper. Hindu criticized me, would not publish my response with Business Standard, all these guys. So we went to social media. They got 250 signatures for their petition, and we put a counter petition and we got 11,000 signatures. Yeah. And many of you, and people I addressed this morning in Sanskrit Bharati, many of them were actively involved in helping my signatures. And the Sanskrit University I talked to, yesterday, the youth brigade I spoke to the first day in Bangalore, all of them told me, all of them got involved. And so it is grassroots movement. It is literally people's movement. So we had 40 signatures for every one of theirs. So therefore the debate was over. And therefore the media also stopped because they figured that they are fueling this response, this angry response. That's how this book came out. So it's the fact that we won this battle for Sanskrit by having this book out is actually a victory for social media.